So a little bit of context to this project. As many of you might know, I am a big fan of Dead Space, at least 1 through 2, 3 more for its plot than its gameplay. One of the things about the Dead Space franchise was Dead Space 4, the first ideas for it was supposed to be I believe, an open world kind of game taking place after the Brethren Moons, whatever the actual term is for them, essentially devastated humanity. And I don't know if you would assume the role of Isaac Clarke again, or as if you'd just be some random survivor of the whole mess, but you would have a home ship, and then you would go to other ships collecting salvage and so on and so forth. So after a while, I got to thinking of, a potential radio station, kind of like what Fallout has, called Survivor Radio. So this is that idea. And any devs out there that might try to get Dead Space 4 back up into the works, or modders who are going to make a game that's totally not Dead Space, hit me up.
And that was a fan favorite called Highway to Hell. Might be an oldies, but it still rings true for a lot of us. Been to hell and back, and then back again for extra salvage. Well, it's been... what does that say? There's a crack right there. I need a new monitor. Oh, okay, that's a 4. Yeah, 4 years, 8 months, and 15 days since the ME. That's Moon Event for new listeners. And no, I don't mean someone flashed their ass and sent us back to the early colonization age. I mean those fucking moons came and screwed everything up. But hey, if you're listening to this, that means you're 4 years, 8 months, and 15 days more an expert. In the stock markets, well, I use stock markets lightly. Apparently, the advanced suit is increasing in value. Go figure, all anyone can find are the bucket helmets and the old vintage suits. In financial news, credits are starting to go out of popular circulation. Took it long enough in my opinion. I once sold a kilo of copper for almost more money than my ship is worth. How about that one? In Doomsday Prepper, I guess it's just prepper news at this point, unclaimed ammo is becoming harder to find. It's all either been shot before salvage teams get there, or claimed by previous teams. This ought to put your anxiety up to 11, but hey, if you're an engineer, you can make a killing building and selling new Kinesis modules. That's some financial advice from me right there. On a personal note, I've been having this idea rattling around in my head for a while. Out there in orbit, or in dead space, there's abandoned ships that still have my radio stations going. Just my voice ringing through those empty hallways. Maybe a couple of zombies listening. Ugh. That's the creepy part. If you're a salvage team and you hear my stations on one of your runs, turn it off for me, would you? Speaking of salvage teams, this one is for you as you're about to brave that next gory drifter. This has been Survivor Radio. Seal your vents, check the ceilings, and as always, cut off the limbs. It really puts things in perspective. You come back from another long day doing fuck all at your security post. Still live with your parents 'cause shit never pays good enough. You're unwinding while watching some zero-G basketball. Your favorite team is about to score their winning shot. And it sounds like every dish in the kitchen just shattered. You go out to check it and Mom and Dad are laying there on the floor. Wrists slit with the broken plates and they're bleeding out as they're trying to write shit on the floor with their own blood. Well, you try to help them, but then the lights cut off and an ear-splitting horn shakes the whole house. Like the damn rapture's going off outside your door. It gets worse though, 'cause your parents start spazzing out again, but now their skin is moving and tearing. These fucking arm scythe things rip out of their shoulders and they start swinging at you. Doesn't take much longer for you to realize you gotta get the fuck out of there. Now you ain't so depressed about working at a shitty security job 'cause you can get back there. Hell, they're already getting a shuttle ready for launch, but the engines are toast and you gotta hold the line till they get them fixed. And the fear don't set in. It really doesn't set in. Till you start seeing these fuckers leaking out of the hallway. You put a whole damn magazine into them, and they just keep coming. Of course, you figure out real quick that it's all about the limbs when you shoot them in the legs, and it actually slows them down a little bit. But this is the part that you pass that point of no return that a lot of us know about. A lot of fucked up faces in the crowd. The two of them really, really stand out to you. It's Mom and Dad. And of course, you don't want to shoot them, obviously not, but at the same time, seeing them like this, it's a pain all on its own. You do what needs to be done before the engines on the shuttle bay kick on, and you haul ass pretty fast. Like I said, something like that really puts the small day-to-day problems into perspective. This has been Survivor Radio. Seal your vents, check the ceilings, and as always, cut off the limbs.